ensuring your food is produced to the highest standards.
Blairscove House stands at the head of Dunmanus Bay in West Cork. It's an elegant Georgian country house with 4 guest suites and a superb restaurant. I've come to Blairscove to cook with Chef Ronald Klotzer. And when I told the owners, Philip and Sabine, that I'd gone to Rory Connor to get a beautiful oyster knife, they presented me with a plate of oysters. Now that's customer service. So this is my first time using the knife and it's absolutely beautiful. The amount of work that's gone into it. So I'm going to open an oyster. Now when you're opening an oyster, safety is very important, so you use a tea towel and then you just go back to the back of the mussel and just put a little bit of pressure and just try and get the point in there as much as possible. Just squeeze it down. Perfect. Loosen it out and that's it there. Beautiful oyster. Little squeeze of lemon. You can put a little bit of Tabasco or shallot, something like that. I'm going to loosen it up. Usually in the restaurant, I like to poach oysters. And I like to poach them for about maybe 10-15 seconds. And a little bit of coconut milk, a little bit of wilted spinach, smoked bacon, that kind of thing. And it's just beautiful. So lift it up and down the hatch. Absolutely delicious. Now that set me up for the kitchen. Ronald, lovely to meet you. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
You have a beautiful restaurant here.
Thank you.
So what are you going to cook for me today?
We have a fresh whole turbot. We're going to serve it on the bone, grilled, with wilted sea beet, which is a plant you find down by the beach. It's sea spinach, we call it.
Okay. So
Which is a little firmer than spinach, but it wilts very nicely. Serving there with a Dijon mustard Hollandaise.
What weight is this fish now?
It's 4.5 to 5 kilos.
There's a lot of preparation in this.
Yes.
So you're going to educate me now how to prepare the turbot.
I'll try.
Okay, I'll give you a hand.
So what we're going to do first is cut it to portion size. You can take off the head.
Yes.
It has the cheeks.
Yes, of
You
course.
can also use it for stock. What I like to do is to cut the fins off, because once you cook it, the fins, they burn on the
Yes.
grill.
So where did you get this fish? Is it a locally caught fish?
It's locally caught fish off a trawler.
You have great fish down here, don't you, in shellfish? You have Castletown Bear and Skibbereen and...
It's lovely products.
Yeah, super products, yeah. Okay, so you've removed the fin.
Remove the fins.
Yeah.
Turn it around. We're going to have to split it in half. There's a bone which runs from here to there. Next, if you can see, there's a little line right there. Mark this. Split the fin. Get a towel. And you basically cut it right down the middle. A good heavy knife is essential.
Yeah.
You let it fall.
So the weight is helping you too when it's pushing down.
So you're almost done.
So many portions would you get out of this fish now?
8 or 9 maybe.
Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. It's like a steak.
I like to serve it on the bone because it retains moisture.
Yeah.
Because it's not easily overcooked like this.
Yeah.
Now these are ready to be cleaned and washed and cooked afterwards. We're going to season it with a little Irish sea salt. Just easily, not too much. Coat it in a little oil, ripsy on. I'm going to put it straight onto the grill.
So the grill has got to be preheated nice and hot.
Nice and hot, otherwise it sticks.
So how long do you give that on one side?
3-4 minutes and then I turn it.
The way you work your menu here, you have a buffet laid out for starters.
Yep.
And then people pick their main course and then they have a buffet dessert, isn't
That's
that
good,
right?
that's correct.
And how many items would you have on the buffet? I hear it's
On a
fantastic.
starter buffet, I would say at least about 15 to 20 items roughly, including oysters, prawns from this bay.
How many people would the restaurant seat?
On a busy night, I would say around 75 to 80.
Would you be out here cooking in front of the guests or do you have some?
Actually, I'm running in the back kitchen.
You're okay.
One of my girls run the front kitchen.
So Ronald, what about the kitchen here? Like you have the wood here. What happens behind us here?
Well, we cooked all our meat on this open grill. It gives it a nice charred flavor, texture. We do a 21 dry aged ribeye for 2 on the bone. And we also do our lamb, our Irish lamb here, and our fillets. And we'll give this a little turn.
Beautiful. This is an ingredient that I haven't really used. I've seen it in menus. Do you just pick that down in the bay
That's
down there?
correct. Yes, and then you have to wash it really well.
So sea beet or sea spinach?
beet.
Yeah. Does it taste salty on its own?
This a little bit. You familiar with samphire?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
but
use samphire.
It's a spray of the salt. Actually, motions plants in this will get this salty texture from. Well, we can start separating eggs for the Hollandaise.
Perfect, of course. 2 egg yolks in the bowl.
A little bit of water, just a touch. Otherwise, we'll be making scrambled eggs.
That's about 2 teaspoonfuls of that. Okay.
Now, there's several ways of making a Hollandaise. Some chefs use a double boiler,
Yes.
which is what they teach in school. But in real life, if you're familiar with the temperature and the heat, you can actually do it straight on the stove. I whisk these on the low heat to ribbon stage.
That's a very clever tip.
See how the eggs steam already?
Yeah.
And how it thickens.
Because you could be there for 10 or 20 minutes whisking it on a double boiler. That's brilliant.
I'm already here.
Yeah.
Next step is clarified butter. Make sure the butter's not too hot, not too cold.
Just a little at a time. It's not the secret.
And you see how the eggs is starting to shine a little bit? It means there's a good fat content in the sauce now. If it gets too thick, it's too rich. Now, I would say that's enough butter for you. A little bit of sea salt.
So that lovely consistency. And a little bit of mustard. Any particular mustard?
You can Dijon or whole grain mustard.
It's gorgeous. How long would that hold now when you make it?
A good Hollandaise should be holding all service long. If it's kept at the right temperature,
That's a great
it should not separate it.
So it's still not cooked now, it needs to...
Still not cooked, but it's not far away. Now, we're gonna put this in the oven.
Yeah. What temperature is the oven?
It's 180 degrees.
180. For how long?
About 4 minutes, 5
4 minutes. Brilliant. Okay.
I'm gonna wilt a little bit of sea beet.
Okay. Do you have to prepare it the same as spinach? Is there a vein or a stalk?
It is, and I had to pull them off, yes.
Okay,
I washed
okay.
them about 3 times, because there's a little bit of sand on the leaves.
You do your own foraging. I like it.
I can remove my fish now. It's cooked.
And how do you know it's cooked in the bone? You know, because people would be nervous
Well,
cooking this.
Get a fork.
Yeah.
And if you stick your fork into the fish and you feel no resistance, if it goes straight through,
That's a very good tip.
then it's cooked. Ribsy oil, good amount of sea spinach.
You just cook it very quick, just to
Very quickly. And it pops.
high heat, a little bit of oil. That's the Hollandaise. So colourful, isn't it?
A bit.
Wow.
A couple of pea shoots. And that's all you take.
That's beautiful. So now I get to taste it.
Go right ahead.
It's so moist, isn't it? A great way of cooking it on the bone. Lovely Hollandaise. Oh, I love that. It's absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for cooking with me.
Thanks for
I wish
having
you
us.
and the team continued success.
Thank you very much.
You truly have a magical place here in Blairscove. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren.
In the next programme, I meet Ireland's only commercial blackcurrant grower. Have tea in some vintage tea rooms and enjoy a plate of ham, pork and bacon in Limerick City. And of course, I'll be doing some cooking of my own on board the Shannon Princess. I hope you'll join me.